Hey pop shoppers, welcome to Ed Rambo's little corner of the world.
You to me are sweet as roses in the morning. You to me are soft as summer rain at dawn, and love we share. That's something rare. The sidewalks in the street, the concrete and the clay beneath my feet begins to crumble, but love will never die, because we'll see.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my little corner of the world. This, of course, is your host, Ed Rambeau, and I'd like to thank you all for joining me for the next half hour. Before introducing tonight's theme, however, there is one little piece of business I'd like to address. That, of course, is the passing of another great musical legend, the one and only Chuck Berry. And what surprised me the most about Chuck Berry is to learn that he was born in 1926, because I actually had no idea that he was that much older than myself, making him 91 years old at the time of his passing. So to you, Chuck, we all say, farewell, dear friend, and thanks for the music, which will live in our hearts forever.
Hi, Eduardo. I used to love Chuck Berry.
Oh, hi, Tom. Really? Chuck Berry? I didn't know that. What exactly was it that you loved about him?
He sang much better than you.
Let's see now. Tom's mic off? There we go. Now let's get to tonight's theme, Songs with Heart. In the title, that is. And to kick off this evening's festivities, please enjoy a song from my CD entitled Rambo on Fire, Young Hearts Run Free.
What's the sense in sharing this one and only life, ending up with only a lost and lonely wife? You count up the years and they will be filled with tears. Love only breaks up to start over again. She'll get the babies, but she won't have her man. Oh no, when she isn't looking, I'll love every chick that I can. I say I'm gonna leave 1,000 times a day. It's easier said than done when you just can't break away. When you just can't break away. Oh, young hearts, run free. Never be hung up like my baby and me. Yeah, I used to be. Whoa, young hearts, to yourself be true. Don't be no fool when love really does love you. Oh, that's for sure. It's high time now, just one crack at life. Who wants to live it in trouble and strife? Not me, my mind must be free to learn all I can about me. I'm gonna love me for the rest of my days, encourage the babies every time they say self-preservation is really what's going on today. Alright, I say I'm gonna leave 1,000 times a day, but how can I cut loose when I just can't break away? When you just can't break away. Oh, young hearts, run free, run free. Never be hung up like my baby and me. Yeah, I used to be. Whoa, young hearts, to yourself be true. Don't be no fool when love really does love you. Oh, that's for sure. Whoa, young hearts, run free. Never be hung up like my baby and me. Like I used to be. Whoa, young heart, to yourself be true. Don't be no fool when nobody does love you.
Young Hearts Run Free. This next song with heart in its title was originally recorded by Tony Braxton. It's called Unbreak My Heart.
Don't leave me in all this pain. Don't leave me out in the rain. Come back and bring back my smile. Come and take these tears away. I need your arms to hold me now. The nights are so unkind. Bring back those nights when I held you beside me. Unbreak my heart. Say you'll love me again. Undo this hurt that you caused when you walked out that door and walked out of my life. Uncry these tears I cried so many nights. Unbreak my heart, my heart. Take back that sad word goodbye. Bring back the joy to my life. Don't leave me here with these tears. Come and kiss this pain away. I can't forget the day you left. Time is so unkind. And life is so cruel without you here beside me. Unbreak my heart. Say you'll love me again. Undo this hurt that you caused when you walked out that door and walked out of my life. Uncry these tears I cried so many nights. Unbreak my heart. Don't leave me in all this pain. Don't leave me out in the rain. Bring back the nights when I held you beside me. Unbreak my heart. Say you'll love me again. Undo this hurt that you caused when you walked out that door and walked out of my life. Uncry these tears I cried so many, many nights. Unbreak my heart, oh baby. Come back and say you love me. Unbreak my heart, sweet darling. Without you, I just can't go on. Can't go on. Tell me you love me. Unbreak my heart. Say that you love me. Say that you love me. Tell me you love me. Unbreak my heart.
You just heard Unbreak My Heart, originally recorded by Tony Braxton, which brings us to a Frank Sinatra classic. Although Frank sang dozens of songs with the word heart in the title, this one, however, is one of his most memorable. Therefore, please enjoy my version of the incomparable Young at Heart.
fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you if you're young at heart. For as rich as you are, it's much better by far to be young at heart. You can go to extremes with impossible schemes. You can laugh when your dreams fall apart at the seams. And life gets more exciting with each passing day. And love is either in your heart or on its way. Don't you know that it's worth every treasure on earth to be young at heart? For as rich as you are, it's much better by far to be young at heart. And if you should survive to 105, look at all you'll derive out of being alive. And here is the best part: you have a head start if you are among the very young at heart.
Ah, yes, Young at Heart. The music for this next song was composed by Victor Young, and the lyric was written by Ned Washington. The song was introduced by the singer Martha Mears in the 1949 film of the same name. The song failed to escape critics' general laceration of the film. Time wrote in its review that nothing offsets the blight of such tear-splashed excesses as the bloop bleep bloop of a sentimental ballad on the soundtrack. Nevertheless, the song was nominated for an Oscar, only to lose out to Baby It's Cold Outside by Frank Lesser. The film was My Foolish Heart, which of course is also the name of the song. So, from my CD entitled Rainy Days, please enjoy my rendition.
Is like a lovely tune. Beware, my foolish heart, how white the ever constant moon. Take care, my foolish heart. There's a line between love and fascination that's hard to see on an evening such as this. For they both have the very same sensation when you're lost in the magic of a kiss. Her lips are much too close to mine. Beware, my foolish heart. But should our eager lips combine, then let the fire start. Oh, this time it isn't fascination or a dream that would fade and fall apart. It's love, this This time it's love, my foolish heart.
If you just happen to tune in, you're listening to Ed Rambeau, and this is My Little Corner of the World on Good Time Oldies Radio. That's goodtimeoldies.info. Tonight's theme, Songs with Heart. Okay, Tom, you're on, so come on in and put a damper on everybody's day.
I wouldn't talk, Eduardo, 'cause you're doing a pretty good job of that already.
Aw, thanks, Tom. I can always count on you for a lift.
Yeah, well, last night I went to see a fortune teller and got some great news. She told me that my wife, Angelina, would meet a violent end.
Oh my God, Tom. Great news? A violent end? How did you react to that?
I asked her if I'd be convicted.
Tom!
It's not true. I'm only being a little vindictive because Angelina and I had another major fight last night.
Oh no. And how did this one end?
Well, when it was over, she came to me on her hands and knees.
Really? Now that's a switch. What did she say?
She said, "Come out from under that bed, you little chicken."
Ha! Tom, you're really frightened of her, aren't you?
Who wouldn't be? Anyway, after our argument, I stormed out of the house, and as I was walking down the street, I heard a voice shout out, "Don't take a step further." Immediately, I obeyed, and suddenly a ton of bricks fell on the exact spot where I would have otherwise been standing. Then, I took a sigh of relief and resumed walking until suddenly the voice called out again, "Don't take a step further." I stopped, and this car skidded past me, missing me by mere inches. Then, suddenly I heard the voice say, "I am your guardian angel, and I will warn you before something bad happens to you. Now, do you have any questions to ask me?" "Yeah," I shouted back. "Just where the hell were you on my wedding day?"
Tom, you're making this all up. By the way, speaking of your wedding day, exactly where were you and Angelina married? In a church?
"No, I was married by a judge, but I should have asked for a jury."
Say goodnight, Tom.
Good night, everybody. See you in 2 weeks. But for now, as you all know, my catnip awaits.
Good night, Tom. So there you have it, folks. America's favorite pussycat, Talking Tom. Returning to tonight's theme, Songs with Heart, here's my take on a popular song from 1977, originally performed by the songwriter Alan Gordon, but the more famous version of the song was recorded by American singer and actress Barbra Streisand. It's called My Heart Belongs to Me.
I got the feeling's gone. My heart has gone to sleep. One of these mornings I'll be gone. My heart belongs to me. Can we believe in fairy tales? Can love survive when all else fails? Can't hide the feeling's gone. My heart belongs to me. But now my love, hey, didn't I love you? But we knew what had to be. Somehow my love, I'll always love you. But my heart belongs to me. Put out the lights and close your eyes. Come lie beside me, don't ask why. Can't hide the feeling's gone. My heart belongs to me. And now my love, hey, didn't I love you? Didn't I love you? Didn't I love you? Didn't I love you, baby? Don't cry, my love, I'll always love you. But my heart belongs to me. My heart belongs to me. I got the feeling's gone. My heart belongs to
What would tonight's show be without including a song from one of my favorite composers, Frank Wildhorn? Written for his ex-wife, Linda Eder, here's a wonderful tune found on my CD, Shades of Morning. It's called Gently Break My Heart.
There's something in your eyes I should have seen. Something there that doesn't quite belong. And there's something in the way you touch my hand. I feel the tenderness, but something's wrong. How could I have been so blind? I thought this love would never die. Now baby, try to break it to me gently. Let me down easy. I don't think I can take much more than that tonight. So let me catch my breath before you start. Then break it to me gently, even if it gently breaks my heart. You caught me by surprise, I'm unprepared. Tell me, what am I supposed to do? I can't find any words, I just know I'm scared. I never thought of me without you, and I don't want a reason why. But if you have to say goodbye, then baby, try to break it to me gently. Let me down easy. I don't think I can take much more than that tonight. So let me catch my breath before you start. Then break it to me gently, even if it gently breaks my heart. Tell me lies, tell me there's still time for us. Oh, can we try to find a little time for us? A little time before you break it to me gently. Let me down easy. I don't think I can take much more than that tonight. So let me warn my heart before you start, and break it to me gently, even if it gently breaks my heart. Yes, let me warn my heart before you start, then break it to me gently, even if it gently breaks my heart.
Before introducing the final song for this evening, I'd like to tell you a funny story. I don't know how many of you are watching the FX series on TV entitled Feud, Betty and Joan, which of course is about the ongoing feud between Betty Davis and Joan Crawford. The main reason I'm mentioning this is because there is actually a very funny true story that happened soon after the death of Joan Crawford. It appears when Betty Davis arrived at Miss Crawford's wake with her escort, who walked her up to the casket to view Joan Crawford's body, Betty stood before the coffin for a moment before announcing loudly enough for all to hear, "Well, the bitch is dead." Her escort turned to her and whispered in her ear, "Miss Davis, this room is filled with her friends and family. These people are in mourning." Embarrassed, Davis looked down at Crawford, then took a moment before saying, "Oh, she was always on time." And so it appears that that was about the nicest thing Betty Davis could conjure up to say about the late Joan Crawford. Anyway, the series is on FX and is on demand, so try and catch it, folks. I think you may like it. Now, for the final selection for this evening that fits in with tonight's theme, Songs with Heart, please enjoy my take on a song that was written by Burt Bacharach along with Carol Bayer Sager and was originally recorded by Neil Diamond, Heartlight.
Come back again. I want you to stay next time. Cause sometimes the world ain't kind when people get lost like you and me. I just made a friend. A friend is someone you need. But now that he had to go away, I still feel the words that he might say. Turn on your heart light, let it shine wherever you go. Let it make a happy glow for all the world to see. Turn on your heart light in the middle of a young boy's dream. Don't wake me up too soon. Gonna take a ride across the moon, you and me. He's looking for a home, cause everyone needs a place. And home's the most excellent place of all. And I'll be right here if you should call me. Turn on your heart light, let it shine wherever you go. Turn on your heart light in the middle of a young boy's dream. Don't wake me up too soon. Gonna take a ride across the moon, you and me. And home is the most excellent place of all, and I'll be right here if you should call me. Turn on your heart light, let it shine wherever you go. Let it make a happy glow for all the world to see. Turn on your heart light in the middle of a young boy's dream. Don't wake me up too soon. Gonna take a ride across the moon, you and me. Turn on your heart light now. Turn on your heart light now.
And Heartlight, my friends, concludes our program for this evening. Here's wishing you enjoyed it, and I'm hoping to see you all back here 2 weeks from tonight. But until then, this is Ed Rambeau, and from my little corner of the world to yours, here's wishing you all a very pleasant evening, along with a fun-filled weekend ahead. Now please stay tuned as we return to Mr. Stu Weiss and his wonderful pop shop. Good night with buckets of love, everyone!